What's going on, everybody? TheKennyDubz here with another Mega Man X Dive weekly update video. Now let's take a look at what's happening in the global version of the game. The only real intel we have this week for global version that I've been able to locate is this tweet from the X Dive Twitter, and as you can see here, it was tweeted out at 7:49 a.m. long after I went to bed this morning, so I couldn't have this video up by 8 a.m. Who's your Valentine? RiCO or iCO? And if I click on this, you can get a better look of the units that we're getting this Wednesday. This is going to be for clearly Valentine's Day RiCO and Valentine's Day iCO. But yeah, other than that, we don't really have any other intel about what's happening in the global version. Rockman's Corner doesn't have anything regarding what we're going to be getting. I don't remember the Valentine's event we got in the Taiwan version either. Maybe we'll just get a rerun of the previous year's Valentine's event. Because like I said, I legitimately don't remember. I streamed it back then, but I can't go back that far and find it. And as far as the Taiwan version is concerned, I couldn't find anything on the Taiwan version. And I assume that this is going to be for all the global servers, because it just says Valentine's Day. It doesn't say like which server is getting. So I'm assuming it's coming to all servers, though, for that. And of course, Rockman's Corner can't get information if, you know, Nebula Joe doesn't tell Rockman Corner what's happening. So that's why Rockman Corner probably doesn't have this information. Okay, I just went over to the LATAM Twitter, and it seems that they are getting this as well. So it seems like NA, EU, and LATAM will all be getting the Valentine's Day RiCO and iCO this week, which is pretty good. And then that's really it for all I can find over here on the Twitter for the Taiwan account. The last thing they even tweeted out was on the 30th, which was last week, and that was for Final Form Via. Not even anything regarding, you know, any kind of story update, though I think the story has supposedly concluded from the last chapter. I haven't finished it yet. I still have the last 2 stages to do, just because I wanted to stream them. I haven't been able to stream recently because of technical issues. But even on the JP side Twitter, they don't really have anything here since then either. They do have this, but this is something that JP Twitter just gets a lot. Like, they just have a weekly, like a weekly banner on Mondays, I think, with X armors. Yeah, you can get for free. And then here was just the Via tweet again. So with that, let's just go take a look at my Taiwan account and take a look at Valentine's Day RiCO and iCO. Actually, before I get fully into this, there's one thing I did want to show real quick here. If I can... Is it not there? I might just have to put a screenshot of it. Then if I can't access it from right here. There was something that they wanted to address here in terms of linking your account, and it just went out earlier today, I think, actually, but I can't access it here. I can access it on the actual website. But basically, due to adjustment of the Twitter API specification, players who use Twitter binding function may be affected. To protect their character data, we suggest players who use Twitter binding function also use one of the methods to bind your account. To bind your account, please go to settings, define the binding function to your account, to the page that follows. So in order to do that, you're just going to go over here, then you're going to go down here to account and click that. I don't want to click mine because I think that information I probably shouldn't show. But yes, I'll try to put a screenshot of that. Hopefully I remember to do that. I know you can bind it to either Line, Twitter, Facebook, or Apple login. So that is something that that is recommended for players to do there. All right, taking a look at the Valentine's Day RiCO. I actually really like the intro for this, little intro animation for this, as it shows both RiCO and iCO transforming, and then obviously the opposing character just kind of walks off screen for that. Take a look at the splash screen real quick here. Adorable as always. All right, so for her active skills, Ribbon Link. Use Ribbon Link to link yourself to the target, and the link instantly deals 225% damage with an irremovable interference state and ignores burning of shield, so that's great right there already. For RiCO, when the length of the ribbon is shortened to 3 or less, intimate link is activated and you gain invulnerability every 2 seconds. After the length of the ribbon is stretched to 10, deal damage continuously to all targets in range. Skill is not available when there are no targets in range. So this actually, like, it legitimately, like, links you to the opposition. And I'm not sure what it means when, you know, when the length is 3 or less, or it's 10 or stretched to 10, because I'm not sure what that means, like, in terms of distance in game. But stretch or get closer is how you kind of want to play this here. And then for the modifier tips, we have instantly increased damage multiplier by 40%, which actually isn't bad for power increase. That's a lot better than the 5% increase we typically get. Long lasting link increases the duration of ribbon link by 30% there. And then finally, we have long range boost. Damage increased for all targets, for all attacks when hitting a target and long range by 10%, which isn't bad there. Next up, we have fan service. I forgot it was called this. Unleashes an information window that ignores terrain and deals about 180% attack, 79% attack damage to all targets in its path. Do 25% damage after it penetrates through a target. The window will automatically aim at a target in range and keep releasing strawberry chocolate. It didn't say that it releases strawberry chocolate at first, so it's kind of weird that they put that down there, but whatever. First up, we have range increase. Increases the range by 30%. Not bad. Power increase increases the power rate of the information window by 20%, again, which is a lot better than the 5% we usually get. And finally, we have mobility, reduce prep time by 20%, which is great to have there. That means you have it more frequently. And then for her passive skills, we have RiCo's Thoughts. Get enhanced crit status when using Ribbon Link, increases your crit rate by 180%, which is very, very nice there. Showtime. When under the invulnerability state of intimate link, you'll not suffer negative side effects, so access to true showtime. Fantastic. Kind of would have preferred it to not be a passive like this, though it is kind of fine because that means you get to have a different modifier trip there. Because if we have Duet, when hitting a long range target, recover HP equal to 60% of your attack. This effect limit trigger once more with a 6-second cooldown. Reduce damage taken by 20% when hit by extremely short range attack. And this passive is actually pretty interesting. I know it's going to make a lot of people upset because long range also just means that you have, you know, more zoning type battles from this, which will definitely make people upset there. A lot of people don't like zoners. And then when hit by short range attack, increase you reduce damage taken by 20%, which is great inherent damage mitigation. On top of that, you have damage, long range boost on this as a modifier chip as well. So even more damage you can do with that. Then we have Synthetic Love. When hit by fan service, the target's horizontal movements are reversed. Damage is reduced by 35% when RiCo's thoughts enhance crit status. So this is actually pretty interesting, because this actually gives I think it's pretty interesting here. It gives you access to out of control status. On top of that, it also gives you damage reduction while having your crit buff active. That's pretty cool there, as it you kind of double dip with the single buff there, which is very, very nice. Then finally, we have Theme Song. Ribbon's link damage is increased by 30% when hitting a target extremely long range targets. Ribbon link's attack range is increased by 30%, and when using Intimate Link, it causes out of control status on a target in range. This effect is shared with Synthetic Love. So now you have another way to inflict out of control status there. Increased damage, increased range, not bad. And I don't believe she has DNA yet. Oh, she does. Ooh. I don't remember when she got this then. So I don't know if they're going to get this in global, but we'll cover it anyway. Hardened Windows, increase damage rate by fan service by 100% after penetration. So what? It was 50% after penetration? Okay. That's interesting there. Melting Your Heart. When hitting a target with fan service, the attack will apply defense weaken status to the target. Increase damage taken by 32%. Very nice there. Increase damage rate of chocolate strawberries by 25%. Again, really, really nice things there. Just upping her damage, which is quite nice there. The damage potential, rather, I guess I should say. Then we have Extra Service. Use fan service repeatedly. After it is triggered, it's going to be triggered once more after 8-second cooldown. Not bad. It allows you to spam fan service there. And for the recombined DNA here, you have enhanced crit echo when you in enhanced crit status. Reduce damage you take by 8%. So that's even more mitigation that you have access to because you have the, was it 25% from the other? It was 35. So 43% damage mitigation just inherently by having this active. Or sorry, yeah, by having this active 35. That's not bad. Let's take a quick look at Valentine's Day iCO. Let's watch the animation again. Well, the animation is going to be the same, right? But just at the end of this one, RiCO is the one that walks away here instead of iCO, which I really like. I like how they tie into each other like that. Splash screen. Nice there. All right, so first up we have Ribbon Link, which is very similar to RiCO, which kind of makes sense because they were the same person at one point. But use Ribbon Link to link yourself to a target and instantly deal 275% attack damage. So iCO's does a lot more off rip. When the length of the ribbon is 3 or less, the intimate link is activated, continuously damage your target every 2 seconds. After the link is active, is stretched to 12 or more. Also renders the target immobile with an irremovable. A target with irremovable state and a noticeable of shields. This skill is not available when there is no target in range. So you can see the ribbon links are different, which makes sense because, you know, they're different characters. Power increases the damage, instantly damage multiplier by 40%. Long lasting hit increases the duration of ribbon link by 30%. And then short range boost, damage increase for all attacks on the target in short range by 10%. So while they're sort of kind of similar, they're a bit different. Practice as well. The modifier chips are a bit, iCO has short range boost while RiCO has long range boost. Then we have fan service here again. Crash forward close to the target. Short range attacks deals rapid and continuous damage to all targets and causes the target to become immobile. You're not taking any damage while using the skill. So her fan service is also much different here. This is a dashing skill, which is pretty cool. Doesn't teleport to you, but you know. Range increase range by 30%, which actually isn't bad for a base level. Power increase damage by 5%. We're back to the 5% power increases. Unlucky. Mobility reduced by 20%. Very, very nice to have there. Next up, for the passive skills, we have iCO's Thoughts. Gain enhanced crit damage status when using Ribbon Link, increases crit damage by 154%, which is a lot, to say the least. Showtime that suffer from negative status effects when using fan service. Again, access to true showtime, which is very, very good because that's a dashing skill. Now, iCO's do it is a bit different. Get a defensive shield that can withstand 95% attack damage when you hit a target in short range. It's going to be triggered once more to 6 cooldown. Reduce damage taken by 20% when hit by the streaming long range attack. So it's actually very, very interesting there because iCO gets a shield when hitting a target in short range and gets damage mitigation from basically zoners. Streaming long range is kind of nice, but I'd like it. Obviously, I like it a bit more for just a stock 20% regardless. Synthetic Love. Fan service and mobility becomes irremovable and ignores primary shields. Damage taken is reduced by 35% when having iCO's Thoughts enhanced crit damage status, which is very, very nice there. So iCO has some damage mitigation kicked into her thoughts as well. Then we have Theme Song. Increase the damage by 30% when Ribbon Link hits a target at very close range. After hitting a target with Intimate Link, randomly take 1 buff. That's nice there. It just allows you to just grudge axe a single buff when hitting with Intimate Link. And then for her DNA, we have Dynamic Destruction. Inflicts slow on a target after it has been hit with Ribbon Link to reduce the movement speed by 50%. So you get the movement speed decreased by 50%. That's huge. That just makes you run basically as slow as Gaia Armor X does. So that makes it a lot easier to catch up to a target, which is very, very useful because iCO wants to be short range anyway. Agile Dance, when hit by long and mid-range attack, damage is reduced by 10%. Okay, that's pretty nice. I would prefer if it was just kind of standard or stock rather than having to be mid to long range. But damage mitigation. Although I would like this to be a little bit better. And then we have Professional Services. Increase the rate of fire for fan service by 50%, and damage registration accelerated by acceleration by determination by 25%. So you might notice immediately that iCO doesn't really have a way to spam skills like RiCO does, but iCO also does quite a bit more damage with her skills, and she has access to immobilize and slow, which is quite nice. In her kit, makes her a bit more, a bit more of a deadly fighter, close range, which is where she wants to be. And then for her recombined DNA, crit damage enhancement echo. When you're crit damage enhancement status, wow, reduce damage take by 8%. So she has just 80, wow, 43% damage reduction status whenever she has her crit buff active, which is quite nice there. Actually, hold on, I want to look at something real quick. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that the wording said from iCO's thoughts. I'm assuming it says the same thing for you, right? Because I was thinking, oh, what if I just have another, if I just apply that from somewhere else, do I get the damage reduction? No, I don't. All right, cool. Well, that's it for this video, and we just have to see what's going to happen in the Taiwan version this week. I'm assuming some kind of rerun, something to that effect. Not entirely sure, but let me know your thoughts down below about the things that are happening this week in the various servers, and I will catch you guys next time. Later.